Today, we're talking about dangerous poetry. And in other words, we just talking about gangster rap. And
everything's from Allah, everyone's from Father comes from Allah, mother comes from Allah.
من يوم أنا صغير طموحي كان ما له حدود، كنت أنا أطمح وأحلم من غير أي قيود. تبهدلنا سهينا تعبنا نسينا من كثر ما تعلمنا.
करते हैं हम शुरू अल्लाह के नाम से है आज हम यहाँ उसी की शान से.
Youngsters living like gangsters. Muslim Jane met her in Spain. Abdullah, forget the Ferrari. Run to your prayer in a hurry.
Let me don't think, let me just begin. Words don't come out. Why don't I put a spliff in my mouth?
أبسأل كم سؤال وخلك في الجواب صريح. أبي أعرف كم واحد عايش في هالدنيا جريح. كم واحد فينا متأكد إنه لا راضيين عنا. عد مطع مخلص الرب واثق من دخول الجنة الواحد.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Everybody. And I'd like to welcome you to Real Talk Cafe. Real Talk Cafe is a place where young people get together to share their thoughts and ideas about the crazy world in which they live in. Welcome to Real Talk Cafe. Today, we're talking about dangerous poetry. And in other words, we just talking about gangster rap. And I don't, the program is not designed to get into the halal and haram of music, because it's not what I want to get into. But the dangerous and definitely gangster rap is haram. From the words that they say, the actions that they do, from the things that they do, the way they do it. You know, it's just all
the entire lifestyle.
The whole lifestyle, yes. It's all off, man. It's all left. I don't really see. Well, I can't say that either. I couldn't say that, right? I wouldn't be right if I said I don't see a Muslim doing that.
Well, we could say notoriety. And these are people who, at one time or another, in the past, especially, you know, like since I'm older than you.
Sure.
All right. In my youthful days, okay, would not have been put in a position of note. In other words, someone to admire or to look up to. You know, when I was a sub-teen, so to speak, people to look up to were, you know.
Is that the Afro-Americans claim that it started from 1920. So it was very recent during those times, till the 1970s. And that's when initially groups started emerging and trying to classify a new genre in rap, which had to do with more of lyrics, which are according to real life issues. And most of these rappers, I don't know if they do have a criminal background, well, I don't know. But what we need to understand is that when rap was introduced from the 1980s.
In the beginning, it might have started off like just a way of life. A person had a hard life. You had to rob, you had to steal, you had to do things just to get by, and perhaps that's some of what was in the beginning. But then later on, it became actually a fad. It's just a fashion. You find rich people trying to rob and steal.
The images it projects, you know, quick money, fast cars, the women you want, you know, you do whatever you want. So it's still pulling a whole crowd of people, youngsters specifically. They say, well, I don't need to get a bachelor's. I don't need to go to university. I'm going
to have a thug life.
A lot of people lived it, actually, walking around with guns, having enough kind of money to show it off and stuff like that. A lot of people thought that was pretty interesting to do such a thing, you know, pop up in the scene. You got your boys there, you got your guns, and you're just like, you know, nobody can breathe and stuff.
Okay, it has everything, but it's in Arabic, so most people in the outside world is all English, you know, and rap, it's all about, you know, what is it, as you say,
sending a message.
Sending messages, all right? So I think, from my point of view, that we can send messages also to these people, but in a clean way of rap, positive way of rap, you know?
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah. I think it was bigger than they were.
Yes.
Glorifying certain things, even at times speaking about women in a way that these rappers today possibly speaking. And when Islam came, it not necessarily threw away poetry, it changed it.
Yes.
Saw the people, you know, like people that listen to Western music, cowboy and Western music, they would like wear the cowboy hat, cowboy boots, and the people that like when the reggae music, you know, they had the dreads, you know what I'm saying, and then of course the people that were in the punk rock, they had that the mohawk and the pens and you know, people dress according to their music, and they live that lifestyle according to their music. And that music then becomes their worship, right? When they get sad, they put on their music. When they get happy, they put on their music. You know what I'm saying? They play that music, and it becomes like a religion. It becomes a religion for them. And the same with this gangster rap, right? So if I'm gonna be a gangster rapper, then that means I gotta be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be a gangster.
Yeah, roll like a gangster.
And I know that was about, man. Here I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Your heart, inside you have a clean heart, and then now you're trying to change your heart to do something totally, you know what I mean? Because you're boys, right? Sure. The things that I did, astaghfirullah, because of my boys. Because I didn't want to, my boys used to call me priest, because I was a good guy. You know, oh priest, you ain't gonna do that. Oh, can't do that. You can't, you know. Just the things that we do that show my friends that I can hang. You know, subhanallah.
I think just the brother mentioned about robbery. So taking a few references from the rich context of Islam reminded me of two Sahabis. One was Abu Zar radiallahu anhu.
Yes.
Abu Zar al-Ghafari. His history was that he was from that tribe which used to rob caravans.
Yes.
And he went to Rasulullah and he reverted to Islam. And then Rasulullah told him, I don't want you to pick the sword. You have to be calm. And you're Abu Zar al-Ghafari. And he was the one who used to account the leaders of grabbing all the wealth then. The other Sahaba which I remember is Abu Darda radiallahu anhu. This was in
the slippery stone.
And it's about how
music has influenced Muslims throughout our history. Interesting.
Yeah, I just want to add what you're saying about the influence. If you look at music and the psychological effects on the brain and on the mind, I mean, look at you listen to a track maybe 100 times, thousands of times, then you become attached to it. You find comfort in it, and then sometimes, I used to even listen a lot, back when I was a bit younger.
Yeah.
So I would take my CDs from the car, and then to the house, to the office, and triangulate, because I needed it. You kind of get addicted to it.
You set your mood.
You feel you need it. It comforts you. You find, and likewise, same with the Quran. If you take the same, when you listen to it, you find peace in the heart, and you're comforted by it. You put it on in the house, in the car. So we could do the same with the virtues and the good, and they're reminding us of the hereafter. But if we go the other way, very dangerous, very addictive.
Yes, it is. Alhamdulillah.
I was reading a quote. It said that music corrupts the heart and soul.
Yeah. I mean, if you just you think about it, if you hear a tune, and it just kind of like stays with you the whole day. You just humming it the whole day, and you're like, how do you get it out of your head? How do you get it out of your head? Just kind of like binging around on your head like that. Anyway, with that, the way is back there waving his hand. He's saying the clock on the wall says it's all, and it's time for us to get out of here. So I want to end with the magic words of peace, the belief in one. That's true peace, right? The belief in one. Are we live, y'all? Yeah, we are. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.